Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. In today's topic of our discussion will be skip links. So we will look at what are skip links and what are the key considerations for skip links and how we can implement onto our webpage. So skip links are an essential accessibility features that allow users to quickly navigate a web page without having to tap through repetitive content like the menus or headers. And they are especially useful for people who rely on keyboard navigation or screen readers, as they provide a way to bypass unnecessary elements and jump straight to the important sections like the main content or navigation. So, by including a simple hidden anchor link at the top of the page, developers can improve the user experience for people with motor disabilities, vision impairments, and cognitive challenges, making the web more inclusive for everyone. Some of the key considerations that you have to make while designing the skip links are the skip links are also known as skip navigation links and are hidden anchor links placed on the top of the web page, allowing users to jump directly to key sections like the main content or navigation. Without skip links, keyboard users and assistive technology users must tap through multiple links before reading the main content. Especially for keyboard users, skip links allow users who navigate via tab key. So they navigate the page using a tab key to jump past menus and reach the important content. And for screen reader users like the JAWS and NVDA, screen readers announce skip links, enabling users to navigate faster. And people with motor disabilities who has limited mobility benefit from reduced keystrokes, making web navigation less strenuous. And for people with cognitive disabilities, simplifying navigation helps them focus on key content without distractions. And the skip link does not need to be visible until it receives focus. And do not hide the skip links using any of the CSS options. These are the best practices. So use CSS to permanently position the link off the screen, and never use display none and set visibility invisible. So you should avoid these things while implementing skip links. So we will quickly jump on to see how we can implement the skip links onto our page. So to implement a skip link, you can use an anchor tag with an href pointing to a specific ID on the page, such as a main, for a skip to main content, for example. So when the user activates this link, they are immediately moved to the corresponding sections, allowing them to start reading or interacting with the content without unnecessary keystrokes. So let's jump back to our Visual Studio and see how we can implement that. So if you remember from our last session, we had created this page, and we will try to implement skip links on this page. So I go back to the VS Code editor, and this is our HTML. So what I will do is I'll try to create two links first with an anchor tag, and then we'll work on the CSS part of it. The first thing is, let me create a UL, an order list, an LI. So let me name that as a nav, and skip to navigation. The second one, another LI with an anchor tag. Let me name this as a main, and skip to main content. So now I have these two links. If I go back to my page and check, I should be able to see these two links displaying here. So if I tab over and try to access those links, so I see these two links here now. So what I can do is I can just make these links more visible with regards to removing the padding and the margin on it. So for that, what I would need to do is I'll create a class first. Called skip links, and then I can go back to my skip links, and what I can do is I can provide a margin of 0, padding 0, and list style is none. So what this will do is it will remove the default margin and padding, and then make the list style to none, or to remove it. So now this is how our links will look right now. The next thing is, if I click on these links, it should take me to a navigation section here, and if I click on this link, it should take the user to the main section of the page. So to do that, what I need is I need to provide an ID into my HTML. So I go back for the main section. For the nav, first I will do the nav here. In the nav, I can provide an ID and name it as a nav. And in the main section, I can provide an ID and name it as a main. So when you do that, what happens is when you go back and click on the skip to navigation, so the user is automatically taken back to the navigation section. And if I click on the other link, skip to main content, the user is taken to the main section of the page. All right, so next is I can also create a link at the bottom of the page that will act as taking the user to the top of the page once they are on the bottom of the page or in the middle section of the page. So to do that, let me create another anchor here, and call it as back to top. I can name this as TOP top, and let's say we do that. Now, if I see on my web page, I see this back to top link here. I need to just do some customization. So let me go back here and give a color of white and text decoration none. So now if I click here, so that should take the user back to the top of the page. All right, And if I click on the navigation link, it should take the user to the navigation sections of the page. All right. So next is now when I tab on this section, I should not see this links visible for the user. Only they should be visible when they tab to these links. So to do that, what I can do is skip links. Making position absolute, and top of, to hide that, -3 em, and background color to white. Let me change that, and the color black. I can also make some padding on it, 0.5 em and 0.75 em. Let me give some font weight as well. It's bold, and text decoration none. Alright, let's see how our links will look right now. So now the links are not visible, and once I tab over on those links, right? So they're not visible right now because we have hidden it. Now to make them, I have to provide a focus. So when I give the focus on the skip links, a focus will, let's say, top 0. I want to give an outline of 3 pixels. So solid, let's say red. Okay, now let's see how it does. Okay, so now you can see our skip link with a red focus of outline. Now if I tab over again, so I see both of my links, skip to navigation, and I see the skip to main content link as well. For the menu items, let's change those menu items and have a focus of an A tag properly. So our menu items are under the A tag. So if I go and provide a focus, giving a padding 8 pixels, and outline 3 pixels solid, let's say white. So that should, yeah, okay, so that gives us a proper focus for our links. Now for the buttons, I can do the same thing for the buttons as well. So button focus, is outline 3 pixel solid white. if I do that, so our button should also have a pixel solid. All right. So this is how in a simple way, we can implement skip links and make it accessible for people with disabilities. So in our next session, we will look into headings and other topics like the links and other sections of the web page, how we can make it more accessible to people with disabilities.